these two nations and the leader that lead them reveals what evil truly is and expose the devil plainly for all to see. Let's take these two nations. America claim the slogan, "In God we trust." Israel claim the slogan of God chosen people. But as in reality, these are nations of the devil. These two nations. And this is not an insult. This is not an insult. This is not a mockery. This is not an opinion. It's biblical. This is scripture. To prove that these two nations are nations of the devil is scripture. Not just nation of the devil, but these are altar, blood sacrifice for the devil. Altar for the devil, for blood sacrifice. This is scripture. And let's go biblical. Let's go biblical. Take the story of King Herod the Great. King Herod, the biblical story. For short is the king that waged war toward the heavens, for being told of overcoming prophecy that there will be a child born destined to be king, the King of Kings. And for that was the threat. And he ordered all the male toddler, to be killed, tried to prevent a heaven-sent prophecy, a war against the heavens, tried to stop a prophecy. Male toddlers, many killed. That's the scripture. A war waged against the heaven. Now, a nation that kill babies and children cannot be a nation of God they trust or a nation of God chosen people. America and let's say the president of Babylon, America, the modern president of Babylon, as we speak, his own biological mother in interview warned people that her son would be a terrible politician, a leader. On biological mother testified to just warn people. If she was alive today, she would probably thought, "Do not told you." And there are things you could never, no mother could ever see their child in that level of darkness that her son, this demon, have committed, the president of Babylon. These men, the crime these men have committed in the land of this earth, are crime heaven will never forgive. Because it's not for heaven to forgive. And we're gonna go through that. You see, the ancient king of Babylon is the modern president of Babylon, America. Same entity. Same entity. And we're going biblical. We're going biblical on this. Same entity. And this is something that any claim scholar should know. You don't even have to deep if you know biblical prophecy, because the evidence are plainly revealed like a billboard on a highway. Plainly, you don't have to dig deep to see who this demon truly is. Same ancient demon. Now let's go biblical to make comparison analysis. Now the ancient Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar, the king Babylon, ancient Nebuchadnezzar. To make story short, it's biblical. You can read it. It's the one who a statue was built on his honor. Built on his honor. He didn't build it. It was built on his honor. And for that pride, he saw the statue, admired it, and wanted to be worshipped as a god because of his pride. And there were some 3 Israelites who refused to worship it, and their punishment was to be burned into flame. They put in the fire, and according to the story, by intervention of heaven, they were in harm. And that humbled the king. And let's move forward. Is the king that was punished due to his arrogant pride turned into nature of a creature, or ox, wild creature. Eat the grass, go just like animals. Nature of animals. The king of Nebuchadnezzar. It's biblical. Now, the modern president, the president of modern Babylon, America, a statue is built on his honor. A statue is built. He didn't build it. A statue is built in his honor. And the differences about these 2 statues. The ancient statue, the hands was point down to the people. Worship thy God. The modern statue, the hand is point up. They are worshiping me. And the color of the modern statue is gold, represent victory. Satan declaring victory to the heavens. Ancient, they worship me. The modern, they are worship me. By who? By his knucklehead, brainless cult that we call the mega, whatever, the mega people, whatever, with those heart. Who built the statue? Who built the statue? The one that is prophesied in the biblical prophecy. Those whom The evangelical church that are warned are cursed here in the scripture. Those who will say, Lord, Lord, have not done many great things in thy name, have not prophesied, have not cast demon in thy name. Who does that? Evangelical. They do that on public television. Speaking in tongue, dancing, casting demon from people. And they're great, doing great work. What the great work? They go robbing people in the name of the poor. That's what they do. They will collect millions and spend a couple of thousand, go to, especially in Africa, in all those remote countries, build a well that will cost probably 2,000. And they will put that in their posters, seems like they have bring water in all Africa. Claim that's a good thing. They're robbing people, they're robbing the poor in the name of the Lord. Casting demon. They're the one who built the statue, even though it's condemned, forbidden. They're the one who Christ said, and Christ will tell them, part of from me, you hypocrites. Do of, I don't know you. It's a scripture. They're the one who build the statue for the president, the evangelical church. It's a demonic cult. It's a demonic cult. They're the one who build it. It's scripture. It's supposed to they're the one who's going to do it. Going to build a statue for the lawless one. It's a scripture. And when they are giving a donation to rob the poor, what they do with it? What they do with it? Live luxurious and expand the mega churches, whatever you call them, mega churches, yeah. That they're doing they're doing great work. They're the one who built the statue for this president. Build a statue. They build statue. The ancient statue were built. The same people, same organizations, same demonic people build them out of statue for the lawless one, the president. He's the same ancient demon. You see his nature where he he's on in his pants on public television live for to see. Embarrassing situation that a normal human being will get lost in their head. That will keep someone in their head. Never want to be seen in public again or for a very long time for that humiliation. But to him, no, it's just another day. He will go here on his pants. He will going to be on the news. Everybody know about it. Then the next day he will just work like it never happened. That's not normal. That's the animal nature. That's just like the animal. They can go and just, that's their nature. Because that's he was warned. He was warned. If we ever come back in this timeline, starting any nonsense, he will be experiencing the same thing. Same demon. He will go his pants. That just take how that humiliation, a normal human being will not able to take that. Or it will crush them. But for him, no, it's not a big deal. That's not normal. It's the same demon. And even is called what? King. A president be called a king. No king days. Is shouted throughout the land. Protesters, no king's day. A president be called a king. This is many awakened souls to an ancient truth, whether they realize it or not. He's calling king. He wanted to claim his kingship. He wanted to claim his kingship to be worshipped. That's why he envy Kim Jong-un, the North Korean. He envy him because he want to be worshipped just as he was worshipped in the ancient time. Same demon. And he backed by the devil. One who committed all the crime that is to be committed and is still walking free. Still walking free. If there were a decree by law that any prisoner who did not committed the level or amount crime that this demon, the president, did not committed, you be free. If that was decree as a law, anyone who did not commit a crime as great or even close to the president, you'll be free. All the prison in this nation will be empty. It was signed by law as a decree that anyone who did not committed enough or level or amount of crime that the president of the United States did not committed, you'll be free. Every prisoner, all the prison in the United States will be free, will be empty. All prisoners will be free because you will find out one person who committed the level of crime this dumb triple ass have did. Not one. But yet he's sitting in the highest office of the land. This where an update English dictionary is required to explain this intellectual hypocrisy on its definition of criminality. For one who committed the greatest crime anyone ever committed, walking free, sitting in the highest office of the land, why a petty thief just stealing a candy bar, you can be locked up for years. This word English dictionary update is required to explain this intellectual hypocrisy. But when you with the devil, you got a free court, free pass of justice. Free pass of justice. That's what all the politicians, that's why the politicians do what they do. And I can testify. We're going to go try because I have experience to it, how this works. The Most High gave me a test of that. The Most High gave me a test of that. Okay. Because that's how the system works. That's how the system works. That's why there's no honest politician, all corrupted. When you're a politician, officially partisan, officially corrupted. Officially corrupted. I used to hate politics. I still do. Not as a person, hate them, the person, but what they do. That I can never be in peace with that. But I used to hate these people, truly hurt. Truly hurt. Was consuming me. Because of what they do. Because of what they do. You cannot have moral conscience and liking these people for what they do, for seeing what they do. A system where accused, just accused, not guilty. By the way, the system honor a decree that one is innocent till if found guilty in a court of law. Even when you truly guilty, you're still innocent till it's proven in the court of law. The decree of justice. One is found innocent, one is innocent till you find guilty in the court of law. At the same time, accused, not guilty, just accused, can make an entire nation guilty for that. Just accused. One who claim one is innocent to be found guilty in the court of law, a innocent who not who's only accused can make entire nation guilty to that. Method of execution, they call it warfare. Warfare. Executioners, brainless, soulless, called soldiers. Executioners. They're the one who will carry out the execution. Dropping bombs of all kinds, firing from all directions to innocent people who have not been guilty of anything. Babies, children, men, women, elderly, doesn't matter. Souls who are not guilty of anything. But they will die. They will die. Because political justice is on motion. Because they have score to settle. And innocent souls have to pay the price. So I could see a way to be part of that, to like that system. I could. And these brainless, soulless soldiers who see themselves as warriors, protectors, nah. You need to be enlightened to be told what a true warrior and protector is. A true warrior and protector are not for hire, especially hired to kill innocent now. There's a profiteer, mercenary, who's paid, hired to pay, no, but not for honor. A true warrior is always about the threat. It's only the threat. When there's no threat, the warrior will pull his soul back to where it belongs. Even when a true warrior facing opponent, when the opponent drop their sword, the true warrior will give them the chance to pick it up. Because it's about the threat. And one who have no sword is not a threat to a true warrior. True warrior who will not fall harmless or defenseless individual. It's a threat. It's about the threat. A true warrior. You fight true warrior, you drop your sword. It will ask you to pick it up. It's about the threat. Fight for honor. Pick it up. But hard to kill innocent people. You think that you're a warrior or you're a protector. Protector who? You are hired for a crime. Brainless and soulless. Not a warrior. What a little child who even can speak their mother's tongue. What a crime that little soul can cause. What a threat. What a threat of all people who care more about their health or walking upright. What threat they can cause. They can be to anyone. And sometimes the one is accused, who's caused the war. There are people who die who even don't like, who hate that person that they accused. There are people who will die because of the accused, who hate the accused, who will even kill the accused if they have the chance. But they will die because justice, justice, yeah, political justice, political justice. So I have little legit reason for not to like these people. They're the one who they're the architect. They orchestrate famine, one of the greatest monsters that has no pity, even to little child who cannot even speak their mother's tongue. Famine, like starvation, through political justice. So I had this deep resentment toward politicians. It used to hurt. So it was about to consume me. I tried many methods because it went to a point where it was scary because it was dragging me to the, I was afraid I would do something stupid and just like and everything. That bad. So I need help. I need help. Because every method I tried, no, nothing worked. Nothing worked for not to hate these people. Because it was no longer about them, it was me trying to save myself from this depth of darkness that was consuming me. Because that depth of darkness is surpassed, is go beyond just hating someone who's doing something bad. I could not understand. It was so I needed help. You see, there's a method of where you can alter words or thoughts. Some actors use that. Like if you're struggling to pronounce words or want to memorize words, you repeat them 1,000 times and you will able to get it. Or want to manipulate uh, your thoughts or your vision. That's how actors, I think, embody roles. Movie, you become the role by imagining it just constantly. I did that with politician using the mantra, I don't hate politicians, I don't want to hate these people. These people are just people doing their job. All kind. I even went too far telling I like these people. I like politicians. They're my friend. They're not my enemies. Then I realized the more I say this affirmation, the more I hate these people. The more I say, the more I hate them. I couldn't understand it. The more I hate them, the more I say, the more I hate them. So about my entire life, 64, I never voted for a politician. Never. I couldn't. I never voted for a politician. Unless, only way I would vote for a politician, let's say it was signed by law, decree by law, for them to have their own country of politicians. Put that into vote. Even that will not work because they will find a way to cause trouble to other countries, just like what they do. That will not work. But let's say since they have the technology and the knowing how to go different planets, yeah, they have the technology and they don't have to do it. That's what they claim. Yeah, there's a world of politicians. For them have their own world. They want to create a war. They create a war, many wars they want, and fight by themselves, whatever they want to do. Just leave the rest alone in peace. If that was something that could be put to vote, just then they will have my vote. That is a vote I will even pay to vote, just to get them out of here. I used to think all this crazy stuff till I think maybe something must be wrong with me. Yeah, they make it. Yeah, I went to point. I was questioning myself. Maybe something is wrong with me because I hear that a lot of time. Something is wrong with this guy. Then I said, no, okay, Maybe I'm putting too much to this, but I know I'm not crazy because wars and all these things they do, that is not my imagination, that's reality. And I don't like it. So why I dislike them, the reasons are there. I went to when I start questioning myself now. Because it was torturing me. I can constantly think about these people. What they do and just what to do with these people. Then when I reach out to the men upstairs, of course, as always. When I go to the wall, where I say, okay, when I don't know what to do with this now. I said, I need help. I need to help me out of this because everything I try, humiliation, claiming I like these people I hate so much, think that it will work, it will give me a break just to stop thinking about these people, and it make me more thinking about them. That's where the Messiah, okay, you ready for it? Yes, anything. It's okay. I'm gonna put you in. Not to be full blow, but I'm gonna put you in as a half politician. You see what to do with that. Half politician, yeah? Yeah. I'm gonna put you halfway in. That's where everything changed. That was a revelation. Halfway in, that's my whole perspective toward these people changed. I realized it's not about them. Because I was halfway in and I was halfway corrupted. Halfway in, halfway corrupted. And if I were full blown in, I would be just like one of them. It changed my perspective totally about politicians. It's no longer about them. It's about the system. It's the system that corrupt people. Does not matter who you are, what are your intentions, how much you hate them. I hate these people so much till it hurts. But just halfway in, I was become like them. It's the system. It was a revelation. After that journey, that's where I said, no, I don't hate them no more. That hatred just disappeared, healed. I don't like what they do. I will never like that. But the people, now, I can't hate them. I don't hate them no more. The way I used to hate them, I don't hate them no more. But I dislike what they do. My halfway politician started 1994 when I was elected into the World Hall of Fame, Martial Hall of Fame as Fight of the Year. I went back home, invited by the president, and the reason I went back home is to inspire and motivate the youth, because I know what it is to stuck in cultural boundary, because I was there. I was there to a great man get me out of that mentality to see further beyond the cultural boundary. So when I was elected to the Hall of Fame as a Fighter of the Year, I see that as a necessary to go to inspire and motivate the youth. So maybe they can look up and do the same. That was basically my reason for going back, but was not going to see any politician. I didn't care about see the president, anybody. I was just going for the youth, so maybe to give them hope. Even when we were going, I told my manager, we're not asking anything. I want nothing from these people, nothing. It's okay. And we went. I got to see the president and a lot of officials. And while we were going to the palace, where my dad asked me, can I ask the president to put me on the list of those he take to Mecca? Because the president every year they select a lot of people to take them to Mecca to Hajj. to the Islamic pilgrimage in Mecca. My dad asked him, I said, no, no, you want to go to Hajj? I will take you to Hajj, not the president. Nobody asks nothing. That's our responsibility, not the president's responsibility. I want nothing from them. You want to go to Mecca? I will take you to Mecca. And thank God, and I fulfilled that promise before he passed. Before he passed, I fulfilled that promise to him. Okay. My dad was, in the beginning, was not the way things was supposed to be because of this. Because he was a religious scholar. Was a religious scholar. Let me go to that thread a little bit, then I'll come back to my politician thing, because that part is important. So it's related to all these things. How things, when you stay with a cause, with the truth, because whatever the truth, dismantle the truth. If you stay the cause, the truth will rebuild it better than never before. And that was my fellowship with my dad. When I started this, it created a great problem. A scholar, well respected, and me here talking about these things, religious thing, this is as dishonor, respectful. And for years, we didn't speak. Father and the whole family, for years. Almost like dishonor. Doing the devil's work. He was lost. For years. But I know what I was doing. I know what this. I know what this is. I read the Quran 3 times. I know what it is. Then, for years, when I get deeper into the 5 elements, while still studying the Quran and all these religious scriptures, I find enough. I said, let me call my dad. Let me call him and just share something about it and see how he's gonna react. Then I call him. So that is me. So, hi. What you want? Say, can you have a second? Yeah. Can you do me a favor? Can you pick up the Quran? I want you to go to page this and from this surah and put this and put this. He said, why? I said, I just want you to do, please. He's a scholar, well respected. And he did. Then he a silence. There you hear the silence. Silence, long silence. I said, are you there? He said, yeah, I'm here. He said, can I call you back? I said, certain, yeah. 5 days later, 5 days. After that, 5 days. I know I got it. I know what I thought. I know this. You cannot ignore this. Yeah. Then, after he consulted with his scholar buddies, then he called. I used to ask questions and be told shut up and used to be smacked sometimes. But now they are the one who are asking the questions. How do you know this? So well, it's what I've been working on. But how are you able to know this? I consult with your uncle. I said, well, you have time? Yeah. I say go open this and go deeper. To reveal things, even as a scholar, he overlooked, or maybe did not connect those dots, or maybe whatever the reason was. Then our fellowship start coming together. Now, when we get together, talk about it, talk about because he teach the Quran. He teach the Quran. He have a school teaching the Quran. Let me start talking about it. Now what he taught that I was against it. Now I went in it, able to see what he overlooked. When I was talking, we were talking we were on the same page, talking about the same, because what we were talking was about what he know, not what I know, what he know. We were talking about it. That's how our fellowship, relationship, come closer than never before. Never before. That's when week before he passed 3 years ago. Yeah. He said you have become the teacher of your father and forefathers. Yeah. Something come out of a skull or someone. It was. You have become teacher of your father and forefathers. And before he passed, he formed a prayer group to pray on my behalf regularly. And every Friday, him and his body, they all get together and make a general prayer on my behalf. One who almost dishonored me for this, stay with the cause. God gave me vindication. God was vindicating me, I think, for staying the course. That's why when whatever the truth is meant to, is to put it back together. Before he passed, he said, if I cross over and have the opportunity to see God, have the privilege to see God, first thing I would ask him is, please protect my son. Yeah, sometimes we're on the phone talking, laughing, crying. I don't know if you can see it. I put in my screen. This is before you pass. If I don't know if you see it, we're on a FaceTime, laughing together. Yeah. Yeah, this journey was and is still amazing, amazing journey. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I learned that when you stick with the truth, because the truth is bigger than you, and I know the journey was leading me is a journey bigger than me. It was not about me. It was about what I saw was how we can dismantle thing and put them back together better. Put them back together the way it should. And my dad was just a testimony of that. Our relationship come end up to be like friends, not father like son. Father speak, the son prepare as it was. Now we almost like colleague. We can talk about this as almost colleague. Co- a depth of respect for a father to give that to a son is something I will never expect in million years. And there's no achievement that could ever, if I ever was a billionaire or two, never, for who this man was. He formed a prayer team. Prayer team. Sometimes say, if I die, I will die in peace. Just think about, just think about what you're doing. Just say, I will die in peace if I die. One who thought this is work of evil and this I have to stop this because people are talking and this is go against our religion, end up if this can fix that. It was evidence that this can fix anything. Dismantle first. Dismantle first because that's what the truth does. That's how it works. You dismantle it, then rebuild it. Same thing with my family. Same thing with my kids. Same thing with my from wife. Same thing. I told my wife, I want to be better friend than I was as a wife, as a husband. I want to be a better friend than we divorced. And that was not my consent because I vow that I will never, if I have kids, I will never put them in that situation. That I vow. And through the process, when I was going through, I was separated. I was submitted a divorce paper. I said, no, I'm not going to sign it. I want to know what this is all about before I sign it. Later, I find out that can be done without your consent. So I never signed a divorce paper. But the divorce was done without my consent. But since that is done, that will not make enemy out of me. That is done. But I still wanna be best friend than I was as a husband. I need help, I want to be more productive with my kid. But that will never make enemy out of me. Please tell me that. And that also, let me move back to the politic thread. It's crucial, that part is crucial. To be able to see beyond the veil of what you hate. To be able to see, because when you see what is behind it, that might change your perspective. And this is what this journey did for me. I never dislike hate people like politicians. But the truth, remove that, change it. What was there, it was taken out through this. That's why I will spend to the last ounce of my humanity on this, witnessing what this can do. This is bigger than me, and I'm stuck with it till the end. My politician halfway passing journey after I went to see the president. My manager asked, okay, since you don't want to ask anything, can at least we ask him to give you a passport of service? This part is important. Passport of service. Since you're traveling a lot, I said, okay, there's no harm to that. Passport of service, yes, you can ask. That would be helpful. Then during the meeting, my father, everybody was there, and my manager asked the president, we're wondering if you can. The president asked what we want them to do. I said, no, I come with a list. This for the kids, to competition for the kid, this and that and that. The president grant for kid to begin competition, money. So just and my manager asked him to provide me a passport of service because for my traveling. And the president said, passport of service, I'm going to give him a diplomat passport. A diplomat passport. Diplomat passport is the highest level. There's 3 different passports, 3 categories. The first level is for the general population, the first level passport. The second level is a passport of service, like the privilege and some government contractors. There are even some government members, based on the level of their branch, they don't have passport diplomat. But the president issued me one diplomatic passport. The highest government official document. Passport, diplomat. I don't know if you can see the paper. The passport is washed out. This is the whole point of this whole passport. The passport washed out. That's the whole point of this story. Bear with me here, it's very important. After I was issued the passport, I had to go to South Korea to train for the US Open. And I had to make transit to France, a couple of day transit. Now, travel first class. Now, when the president was giving me the passport, at the same time, I didn't ask for this one. He gave me a document. Oh, I can't see this one. Yeah. This is a document, official document, issued by the president, signed by the Minister of Finance. What this paper is basically a certificate of robbery, or the document of robbery, because this document is when you go to any country that you have a monetary situation, you can go to the consular or the embassy. They can assist you with the amount you need. And this is a big chunk of money. This is a lot of money. I don't know if you can see it. It's a lot of money for financial assistance. Thank God I never used this one. Because if I use that, that would be no good because I will be keeping my mouth shut about the corruption of this politician. This document is what especially African politicians use to rob their nations. This paper right here is official paper issued by the president. This type of paper, they go to different countries. There will be transfer money, large sum, and they will deposit it in those banks, overseas banks. The money, resource of the money, they deposit outside bank, which is of course reasonable because these politicians they're not that dumb. They're smart. They're smart when it comes to criminality. They're smart when it comes to this thing. They can rob the whole country. That's what they do through this official document. But this one I never use. But the passport I did when I was going to Korea. And I came to Paris first time. I had diploma and passport, but the first time using it. Travel first class and coming to the airport, your luggage is there's a red tag. Custom are not allowed to open. Privilege. Custom are not allowed to open your luggage as a diplomat. And here am I coming out, and there's a long line for the people. And I'm coming, and you almost been escorted. This way is a diplomat. You don't go to the line. No, you just go through a special line. First time. And looking at the people, long line, and they are looking at me too. They look at, bro, this guy must be somebody important. Something happened there. All of a sudden, the ego that I worked so hard tried to kill or tried to compress and just pop up. Wow, look at that. That ain't something. Not so bad at all. You don't have to stay in a line. You just like always be escorted. Wow, that's not so bad at all. See, that's a curse. That's a curse. The curse of privilege. That's a curse. That's how they get you. That's how the devil gets you. Because in this reality, the separation is already done. The physical separation is already set. You, them, is already set. Because of a paper. It's already caused the physical separation. Make you think more of yourself. You are more important than without it. They see you important because of it. Just because, yeah, it's paper. Make you see more important than them see you more important than because of paper. It already create the physical separation. It's already set. Because they're in a line, they're going to be there for a while, and you just walk. While they will check their luggage, all this yours, they're not even going to touch. Privilege. Now, since the physical reality is already set, now that's where the mental, the ego, gonna take over now. Do the rest. And here might try to, wow, that's not that, wow. Admiring it. What I hate is so deeply to the hood now, I'm admiring it. Just because of the privilege that is already set. It's changing things. And I then went to Korea, do my training, and come back to the state, went to Florida. I'm still thinking about it. It's the highest, is the highest in all my IDs. So I carry it. I put it in my bag. Put it in my bag. I go to gym, I have it in my bag. I go, I have it with me all the way. After I came from Korea, week and a half later, after training, after afternoon training, when I was done, some of my clothes was wet. I said, okay, when I go home, I'm just gonna get some of my clothes and just go do the laundry for the rest of the week. And I did not plan. The passport was in my bag, my gym bag, whatever it is. And I did not plan. When I went to the laundry, I did not plan to wash the bag, my gym bag, but I did with the passport in it. That's why it's common. I don't know if you can see it. The ink is all most of them are washed off. I came, I dumped all the clothes in the bag and washed them. Then put them in the dryer. Then I realized the passport is in it, and I took it out. Most of the ink, it still was most of the ink, and just click. I got it now. He wanted to show me. That's where everything changed. I don't hate these people. I just was halfway in. If I have a title and an office, I will be full-blown politician. And full-blown politician, I will full corrupted just like them because that's how it works. It's the system, it's not the people. I realize that. That's how God teach. Action, validation, credibility through action. That's why praying and all those things. No, that's not how it's done up there. Action, have to put in the work. Have to put in the work. Have to experience it. Credibility. Knowledge requires credibility. Knowledge requires credibility. And credibility comes from the action. come to work, from the experience. And after came out of the washing machine, I looked at it, I said, thank you, I got it now. And I went got me a regular passport. I got me a regular passport. I never used this again. I keep it for souvenir and maybe a time as such this tell a story. Document of privilege. The highest official document I have, that diplomat. And I witness close hand what it does. It's the system. That's how the illusionist master said it to be. I understand it. Now the veil was lifted to be able to see beyond the politicians. They're no longer my problem. The system and the architect become the problem, not the politicians. The system and the architect become my problem now, because that's where the problem is, not the politicians. Anyone, no matter how good hearted you are, you get in, you will do according to how the system wants you. I've been there. If anyone could hate politician, I don't think anyone would come to my level. And this was about to change all that. So it's not the people. So politicians, they're not my enemy no more. Because someone, the greatest teacher of all teachers, taught me.